Hey everyone, it is Friday. I hope you're having a great day. We are traveling through the book of Philippians, Paul's letter from a Roman jail to the Christians in Philippi. Today, let's look at chapter 3, verses 10 and 11, where Paul writes, I want to know Christ. Yes, to know the power of his resurrection and participation in his sufferings, becoming like him in his death, and so somehow attaining to the resurrection from the dead. Paul says here he wants to know Christ. And the word that he uses there for know in Greek is key to what he's really saying. It is genoschein, which means to know closely, to know intimately. The Hebrew word for this same thought is yada, which might ring a bell for some of you Seinfeld fans, as in yada, yada, yada. Paul doesn't just want to know about Jesus, he wants to know him. And there's a big difference between knowing about someone and knowing them. A lot of people know about Jesus. There's a lot of people this time of year who know the basic facts of the nativity story, the story of Jesus' birth. They know things about Jesus, but many of them don't know him. I've mentioned before that when I was a graduate student in philosophy at OU, I was the only Christian among all of the graduate students. And there was only one faculty member who claimed to be a Christian. Most of the other students and professors were atheists. But many of them knew a lot about Jesus. Many of them had studied the New Testament carefully. Some of them knew more about Jesus than many Christians, which is kind of sad. But they did not know Jesus. They didn't know Jesus the way that Paul here talks about knowing him. Paul says, I want to know him. I want to feel his resurrection power. I want to understand and feel his suffering. I want to know Jesus in my mind and in my heart. Paul says, I want to know him. We also want to know him. We want to know Jesus, to invite him to take up residence in our lives, in our hearts. And the more we know Jesus, the more we feel his love, and the more we feel and understand that love we have for him. Hey, please plan on being here this Sunday. Be a part of our congregation, either in person in the sanctuary with masks and social distancing, or online on Facebook or YouTube. Either way, we would love for you to be a part of our congregation on Sunday morning. Our modern worship's at 9:15, our traditional worship's at 11:15. Have a great weekend, and remember, God is good all the time.